the marketing geniuses do at every company. They do research, and they target their customers, and they find out what their customers are saying. And based on that research, I know if they found out, and they do the cost-benefit analysis.
And so the other 56 companies that dropped them had the same research and
because
said, you know what?
Okay, let's go through them. Gatorade, who was that targeted to? Young kids. Who bought Gatorade? Women for their kids. Women in America thought this brand was despicable. Okay, let's look at Gillette. Gillette. Okay, I get excited about this. Gillette. Gillette is targeted to men. However, who buys shaving blades for men? Their wives and their girlfriends.
You're nuts. My son goes to the
men buy their own shaving blades. I don't think women
buys his own Gatorade. I buy my own razors. I'm telling you, Nike spent hundreds of millions of dollars creating this brand. They couldn't abandon it.
I also think Nike didn't have anyone else to go to within the golf community. There's no other golfer within the golf community that is as young and as manageable as Tiger.
What other golfer do people who don't follow golf know of?
Exactly. So Nike had no choice.
If you don't follow golf, what's the only golfer you can name?
What's Epic?
It's April. It's the month of Attack of the Show on G4, where we're doing crazy stunts on every single show. Like, we have frozen our two main hosts, Kevin and Olivia, in carbonite, as in Star Wars, for those of you who might not know what I'm talking about.
And what else? Don't worry, I'm no clue.
And I thought I was a geek. I thought I was a geek. Apparently, I'm not geeky enough.
Can we get back to Gillette for a moment? Can we get back to Gillette for a moment and look at the demographics of Gillette? Gillette has also a large group of people, a large demographic of older people who were turned off by Tiger Woods. Therefore, when they did the cost-benefit analysis there, they had to get rid of him. And if you take a look at any of the brands that said goodbye, Wheaties, what was what cereal tossed them as well? Was he with a cereal? Was he with Wheaties?
It was
okay. So Cantillo's rule about sponsorship.
Wheaties.
The larger your target market that you appeal to, the more conservative the brand has to be.
Let me read this. Take a deep breath. Hold on. Tiger Woods, I think it must be too old, 56 or 57 to be the target market according to the doctor, but I agree with the guy that says, who cares, leave Tiger alone. What he does in his life is his own business.
Hey, someone agree with me on Strategy Room. This is the first.
Needs to get onto something really important, like Jesse James.
Tiki Barber's next.
And that's from Jim. I think you're a new your new email, Tiki Barber.
Oh yeah, Tiki Barber's next.
He's the new one, but he only has one mistress, so it's not going to go as far because
there's
not as much of a wow factor.
Everything going for him. He had a Super Bowl.
I think Allison's right. He should have never gotten married. He could have been Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
But he had the NBC gig going on. He had a wife. He had a couple of kids.
He's going to get him back. Not the wife and the kids, but he'll get the gigs.
What is this?
Yeah, he'll be redeemed in 2-3 years easy. I really think so.
Well, because he's going to say he has an addiction. He's going to go to sex rehab. He'll make a public apology to Mia Culpatore. Apparently.
No, would that work with your husband if he, you caught him cheating? And he said, "I have an addiction. I got to go to rehab."
It's different if the woman down the street catches the guy cheating versus the big guy cheating. There's different factors at play. You know, there's totally different factors at play. No, I think most guys wish they could get away with what Tiger Woods got away with, but they know that their wife will castrate them in the middle of the night.
Question.
Huge difference.
If you catch Dr. Doug, and then he says, "You're right. I'm sorry."
I figure at this point I get half.
And
so
he goes, spends 2 weeks in Arizona at the rehab center, and he comes back and he says, "Please take me back, Mary."
I
That's a yes, sir.
I heard permission there.
No, it's not. It really, because I think at this point I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I got 20 years into this. I get half at this point. I'm done.
Go, John. Wait a minute. Go, John. Go. Kansas loves you. That's
I'm tired. I can't deal. I don't want drama anymore. I'm done with that stuff.
Here?
Men expect to be forgiven, but they never forgive. If a wife went out and did what any of these guys did, they would be gone in a heartbeat. They expect to be forgiven, but they do not forgive.
Well, I mean, I think what you have to do in a situation like this is you have to look at the positives and negatives and evaluate whether or not you want to continue in the relationship. One affair doesn't a destruction of a marriage made.
What about 16?
No,
What's
in a
that?
man's world, that's somebody else peeing on their fire hydrant. Somebody else marked the territory. They're done. They're out.
Hey, I think
And speaking of fire hydrants, Eric, did you notice? No, I got to rub this in because Eric gave me a huge big deal 2 months ago when it snowed in New York, and he said this is proof global warming is gone. Yeah. Now, yesterday we have record-breaking temperatures in April.
It's you that twittered me. I got a tweet yesterday.
Tomorrow.
It's like, yeah, last month you were on Cavuto and you had Al Gore's book in the snow and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, it's 92 degrees today. Idiot.
Yeah.
That was you who did it.
No, it wasn't me who did it. It wasn't me who did it, but I like that guy.
But tomorrow's going back to normal.
No, the whole point is that you can't look at one day's weather and ascribe anything to it. You try to do that with the snow, so I say now that we have record temperatures, you have to admit
I was just going to
my
say,
friend.
look at the trends.
Not
They're
cold,
trending
it's
down.
snowiest. There's
Trending down in temperatures.
Actually, no, 10 years, hottest decade on record. From 2000 to 2000.
And how
in the
many
70s
years
we're worried about
has
global cooling.
the Earth been around?
Exactly.
And how
4
long
billion,
has
give
the
or
data
take.
points? Wait a minute.
Seriously.
And how long? How many days?
John,
I'm
we're
the
not doing
scientist.
global warming right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
I
God.
got a great bread knife for Christmas. I did not know it was that sharp till I was bleeding like a stuck pig. I informed hubby of its sharpness.
I think the castration comment.
The castration comment, I think, is what she was going with.
I was reading that being like,
I'm with you,
Bread
Pam.
knives. So they're serrated as well,
snap.
I guess, right? John says, I'm not sure if I can read this. To hell with Tiger, let's hear from the gorgeous Geek Girl.
Gorgeous geek girl.
Here in Pennsylvania.
That's good
that's where I
alliteration.
work on the network.
So are you, you're a reporter, you're hosting, what are you doing? What's going on?
I'm a host. I'm the field correspondent for Attack of the Show. I also do a lot of specials on the network, but my niche on the show has become action adventure. So I do a lot of like learning how to drift cars, stunt work. I've shot practically every gun under the sun. I have blown things up. I've done some pretty insane things.
We've had the Ford people on a couple of shows. So
Yeah.
I went out to the Ford proving grounds.
Yeah.
180 miles an hour in Aston Martin around that the 5-mile track.
That's scary.
Crazy.
That's how they
love that.
test drive cars. Is they drift them because if a car can handle drifting, it's perfectly safe to be on the
Where
road.
can we see your show?
On G4, 7 p.m. every night. We're live Monday through Friday.
What is G4?
It is the Video Game and Tech Network.
Oh.
Everyone, we have the car
I did all this
report.
work on that.
It's not going to happen, Mary. Don't worry. It's not going to happen.
Show prepped on
It's
that.
not going to happen.
Mary Walter
I
prepped
highlighted
the
it and
show.
everything.
Mary
Should've worked on
on
Tiger.
that. Next time we come, we'll talk about that because I'm sure it'll still be in the news. Mary Walter,
save
Fox
it.
News Radio.
Not gonna happen.
John Tantillo, PhD, marketing doctor.tv, and author. Pimp your book one more time, sir.
People buy brands, not companies.
And from the left to right, constitutional lawyer and Barney Frank pal, Mark Levine, and Allison Hayslip, correspondent G4 TV, and good friend of Kevin Tracy in the back. Thank you guys. See you Monday.
Thank you.
Thanks.